Robbie, I think we could just chit chat all day long, but why do that? It's BoreCon. These people deserve a bore level show.
That's right.
We need to bore them.
We need to stop boring them.
Prepare to be bored.
Let's start the show.
Well, it really does sort of not work as a branding, but we'll workshop it. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of conventions really roll out the turds on Friday. They phone it in, not us. We bring you A-level ass-kicking badassery, and we're doing it in the form of this man, so nice they named him thrice, David Haydn-Jones.
I've been so very lonely. Single man.
If you have disposable income, go down to your basement and rent a band just once in your life, and then just come out of the bathroom with a band playing. It will change you forever. I'm gonna really have like band withdrawal after the convention circuit's over. It's just like, feels so right.
Yeah.
Feels so good. Feels better than it should.
It's awesome. I love your pitch, and you should just tell your wife that. Like, sweetie, would it kill you to learn an instrument?
You're like, do you have an uncle who plays the banjo? Why not get Uncle Steve to come down to the rec room? Make some rumpus.
Have you been to Pittsburgh before?
I have not.
Whoa!
I'm already, like most people from Pittsburgh here, like everyone from all over, like usual.
When you...
No, it's from Pittsburgh? Yeah, okay. Zero people from Pittsburgh here.
This is one thing, I don't know if this works. Usually, I don't know if they're still doing this, you can answer. But typically when somebody's new to Pittsburgh, when you get off the plane, they hand you your own Borja. I don't know if you got a...
I got a pop Borja.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
That's awesome. That's very clever. Will you sign it so I can sell it on eBay?
Absolutely.
For money?
Oh, wow.
For sure. They put mine around my neck. Like,
Borja. Ladies and gentlemen, David Haydn-Jones.
Thanks, guys. Loud and swaying, man. Tell you what, it feels so good. Hi there, my name is David Haydn-Jones. I play Arthur Ketch on a show called Supernatural. You may have heard of it. And you may hate me a lot. What? I don't know what that was, and I don't think I want to know. Maybe, I'm not sure. I can see that you're all rabidly lining up for questions. Don't be afraid, all two of you. Hi. I guess I'm gonna have to vamp. I'll do Shakespeare monologues. Thank you. Thank you. No, don't make promises you can't keep. Although, and you don't want that. You don't really want that. Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm delighted to be here. I'm absolutely enjoying getting to know the SpN family and having communion and solace and questions and support and massages. I don't know. Whatever helpful, happy thing is happening in this community, I am digging what you're selling. So I am honored and pleased to be here, and I am here for you. So let's go to some questions. Hi, how are you? What's your name? We don't have a mic yet. Just waiting on tech.
Is it working? No?
What?
Yeah, it is working.
Hi, what was your name again?
Luella. L-U-E-L-A, Luella.
Luella.
Yeah.
Luella. Okay. Hi, Luella.
Hi, and first of all, I had no idea you were American, so I'm kind of surprised right now.
Did it work? Did it work? Really? He looks like Dave. He don't sound like Dave. Shit. What? You're like, this is how I really talk, right? Okay. Hello. What would you like to know from me? This is how I speak when I'm home with family and friends. This is real Dave. Should I speak like this for the rest of the convention? No, I'm not gonna. Because it hurts my throat. Hurts my throat. Hi, sorry.
Hi.
Well,
So I want know what is your favorite part about playing a character who is so well-rounded and went from a character that was sort of a bad guy to a character now that people mostly tolerate.
That is the best damning with faint praise hashtag ever for an actor. Dave Haydn-Jones, hashtag mostly tolerated. No, but thank you for that very wonderful compliment. I take that to heart. What is my favorite part? Every single part as an actor, honestly. You know, when you're an actor, most of the time I was talking about it in my little meet and greet, until you hit a certain level, your job is mostly going out on auditions and mostly getting no's. If you're getting 2 to 5% yeses, you're having an ace career. So that means you're getting 95 to 98%. No thanks, we're full up on you today. And so you're out there selling the wares, and you're like Willie Loman out there. You know, hopefully you close a deal. And every once in a while, you get a role that just continues to surprise you and challenge you and stretch you. And on TV, that's a rarity as well, because usually, like, they just want me as like the lovable sad dad, which is my other lane on the Hallmark channel. Any Hallmark folk here tonight? You? Oh, nice. A smattering. No, that's actually that's a hefty dose. I'm always interested. I'm always asking the question online. What is the Venn diagram between Supernatural audience and the Hallmark channel? Because on paper, you kind of think that those two audiences are not really aligned. And they're like, what is that catch trimming a Christmas tree? And he sounds like he's from Chicago, I don't understand. And I don't know why I'm talking like Jim Gaffigan all of a sudden. Probably because I watched this special last week. I thought you loved it when Jim Gaffigan's doing the audience member, I'm like, why is he saying that? Sorry, I don't know why I had a Gaffigan moment. But to your point, I really appreciate it. I am having the time of my life, not only because I really like this role, but because I really like this culture of the show. Like I'm sure you've all heard it to a person, or hearing, go to J2M panels, or hearing the other actors talk. This is one of the most fun shows and kind shows to work on in show business, and that's no joke. And it comes from the top. It comes from those three guys creating an atmosphere of fun. Take the work seriously, don't take yourself too seriously, have a lot of laughs and fun on the way, and really try to get into the work. So I'm having the time of my life, and I'm so glad I'm barely tolerated. Mostly tolerated, mostly tolerated. That's a step up. So thanks for your question, I appreciate it. Thank you. Now we got some lines. See, it always takes that one person, you know, who's like, you know, after dinner where you're like, anyone want coffee or anything? And everyone goes, no, I don't think so. And then one person goes, I'll have a coffee. And they're like, yeah, I'll have a coffee too. Yeah, that sounds great. Like, the coffee's all around. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Sebastian. One thing, as an actor, I am so impressed by you because you're so well versed in like accents and so many other things. So, and you come off as a very theatery person, and I do a lot of theater. Yeah. And I was wondering if you would ever get involved in like a regional theater or a tour or like Broadway or something along the lines of that, because you seem like you would enjoy that.
Yeah, well, that's actually where I started. So my roots were in small town theater, regional theater, sketch comedy in the clubs and touring and stuff like that. And then I actually was a sort of a singer-dancer triple threat was my first original, my first love. And then and I started doing that, and I was doing that in summers while I was in college, and then doing some shows at college. And then I got my first commercial, and I was like, this pays way more money. And it's kind of true. Not that my first love isn't the theater, and in fact, I did a play in a small black box theater in Los Angeles about eight years ago. So I still love theater. The nice thing is now that I'm getting to do really interesting work on television, including this role. and that's a really nice place to be. And what's nice is when you get a little bit of career elbow room, as again I was saying, that's very rare for actors to have. Like generally you're like looking for your next job, you're out selling the wares. I have a little bit of elbow room now, so I think I definitely want to do a play again. So like that's my heart, it's the purest form. So
I would love to see that because I think that film actors and TV actors, they need to credit theater because that's where it came from.
Absolutely.
And I thank you for the advice. As a young actor myself, it means a lot to hear that from somebody else.
Well, here's the thing, just do the work in whatever form it comes. Don't try to judge it, give your best, just invest fully in any form, whether you're doing a YouTube video, whether you're doing regional theater, or you're at your church play. You know what I mean? You can invest yourself in everything. And so it's about your process and about what you love to do. So if you can keep on that path and don't let the bastards get you down, rock and roll. One of the best advice I ever got as an actor was, heart of a lion, skin of a rhinoceros. And I think that applies to life. Keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name's Rebecca.
Hi.
Hello, David.
Hello.
The British men of letters had some really fun toys. Tell us about your favourite of their toys.
Well, they did have some fun toys, but I gotta say, as Dave Haydn-Jones, playing Arthur Ketch, the British men of letters, the best toy that I ever got was that first day, was the grenade launcher. Holy moly. You wanna talk about, back to this question here about acting and getting paid off, and it wasn't about money. But you're like, I'm in a $5,000 suit, I'm driving a $500 million Bentley, and I got a grenade launcher. I'm miming dropping the mic because I don't want to wreck hardware. Because I'm also a responsible, good Canadian boy. My mom would be mad at me. But yeah, that was a good day. And that's the thing. So that's when you're like, you're like, you have this dream as a kid to get to do stuff, and then you're actually there with Phil Segresi was directing the episode. I don't know if you know Phil or have seen Phil, but he's just this awesome box of a man, but just pure enthusiasm and energy, and is just a big kid himself, and he loves this show and he loves playing. So he was like, yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Oh, yeah. And so like the arms dealer, I was gonna say arms dealer, yeah, so we did a back alley deal with like the Masood brought us no, but it's a real grenade launcher, and they put this like what's called an 8th charge in it, so it's real gunpowder, and you had to put headphones in, and you come out of the car and you go whoa, that nice slow thing, and when he's revealed, and boom to the SUV, and that thing goes and then and you're like, I like my job. I really like my job. Yeah. So there you are. There it is. Simple and meaty. Great question, thank you, appreciate it. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Jay.
Hi.
Hi. My question is that when you got the script for the whole twin facade in the last season, like, what did you think of it? Because personally, I didn't really buy it from the beginning.
Cool.
Yeah.
So which is great. So that was a really fun one. It was actually a tricky one because there was lots of traps. So you weren't buying it at all. You're like, that's Ketch, she's doing a bad bit.
Yeah.
Like, the beard can't fool us, they're Ketchy poo.
Yeah, basically.
Evil twin, really? That's the best you could come up with?
It's so cliche.
No, but that's what I kind of loved about it, is that they played off the cliche though. Like they sort of made it a meta cliche, because it's like, he's not really. That was the thing, because Richard Speight, I was so glad that Richard Speight actually was the director on that episode, and we had a little bit of lead time, which you don't have often in television. It's a lot quicker than, say, film. And so I got that script, and I was like, what's happening here? I was like, is he really the twin? Is he not a twin? Do we believe him when he says he's not the twin? Or is that Alexander saying he's not the twin? So we had to run it up the chain and just be like, okay, is this Ketch back? What we figured out our way in was, he was taken so surprised by the guys that this was his sort of last. I mean, he had built Alexander and taken the thing. But what we kind of liked, and this is headcanon, so don't take my word for it, but it's a little backstory that I have. Wouldn't it be interesting if Alexander actually was Arthur's twin at Kendrick's?
Yeah.
And that Arthur, that's the guy he had to kill. Pretty good stuff, isn't it? But think of the psychological damage. If you're an identical twin, you're psychically connected to this person. And some say, you know what's so fun? I was sitting next to an identical twin on my plane to get here from Los Angeles. So I was actually asking him all this annoying stuff about twins. I was like, just tell me if I'm bugging you, bro, but like, tell me about twins. And he's like, why are you doing that voice? It's clearly not your voice. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll talk normally. So we kind of like that idea, but we also like the idea that it's like, he kind of knows it's not a great lie, but it's enough cover to sort of
build trust.
Sort of skate by. And I think even in the process, there's always that cat and mouse game with him a little bit too, right? The chess game. He's like, do I look stupid? Dean says, do I look stupid? And Ketch goes, is that a trick question? There's still a little of that dick in him too. I wonder if these guys will buy the evil twin bit. So Rich and I had a fun time unpacking that, dealing with the cross and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think too, at the writers, it's supposed to be a bit meta and like a bit tongue-in-cheek too. So I hope you took it that way. That you're like, we're not really buying it, but it's kind of funny.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Great question. Hi there.
Hi.
I'm walking across the stage.
Okay. First of all, I'm very surprised that you're not British. That kind of threw me for a loop.
So, I'm Alexander Ketch.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask, as an actor, which has been more fun for you? The kind of evil version of Ketch that was kind of an adversary to Dean and Sam, or the barely tolerable one who's kind of on their team?
It was hashtag mostly tolerable, thank you. I downgraded myself, by the way, with barely tolerable. Horrible branding, Jones. Gosh, I get asked this favorite question a lot, and it's a hard one for me because I love all the colors, you know what I mean? So what I do love about Ketch 2.0 though, is that there's a lot more vulnerability and a lot more confusion in him. Because in season 12, the Ketch we see is a dogmatic soldier, right? He has a belief system, he has a mask, he's told what to do, he's been trained. There's very little nuance. I hope I showed a little bit of cracks in his armor, a soupçon, if you will. But now, version 2.0, he has regret. He has a lot more human emotion. He's a bit of an automaton in, Killing Machine, with just a hint of humanity, hopefully peeking through in moments in 12. And now it's kind of like that's all peeled off. He's lost. He's scared. So I definitely have way more emotional palette that I can share. Now that's not to say that I wasn't trying to create that all going on inside him, but putting a big mask of armor, the accent, the clothes, the snobbery, the chauvinism, and you name it, all the dickish things that Ketch was, that people hate, hopefully, or mildly tolerate. I love that. Do you know what I mean? So honestly, I try to be a nice guy in life. So in season 12, to play a guy that doesn't care at all and is that arrogant and has all those toys and nice clothes and gets to be sort of like say whatever he wants to people, that's just kind of liberating, right? Who doesn't want to be that for a day? Just be like, I'm going to say whatever I want to everyone because I got weaponry and sorcery at my disposal. So thank you for your question. I hope that answers it.
Thank you.
I love it all. Hi there. Great question.
Okay, so my question's kind of random, but if you had to get a tattoo of any of the cast members, who would you get?
Oh, I like this. If I had to get a tattoo of any of the Supernatural cast members on my butt, Oh, wait a second, did I add that? Oh, stop thinking out loud, Dave. Well, I'm committed to a butt tattoo now. See, now I'm worried. Because anyone I say, they're gonna be like, Dave Haydn-Jones said he's gonna put Mark Shepard on his butt, and that's not cool. It's a joke. But I wouldn't get Mark Shepard. Who would I get? I would get Misha, because he would get the joke. And, hold on, even better, I wouldn't get Misha, I'd get Castiel, because he's often the butt of the joke. Should I do this across the whole stage? It's getting tiresome. See, never commit to a joke unless you're really willing to commit. That was like from the Flintstones, I think. I don't remember. Hi, what's your name? What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Who cares?
I'm Sam.
Sam.
Hello. My question is about your audition. Like, how did you go into it thinking, what were you thinking? Because it was such a popular show by the time you got on it.
Yeah, so the question was, what was my audition going in for Catch, right?
Yes.
You know, my thought process. So I had auditioned for the show 6 times for other roles over the span of 10 years.
You did.
And I didn't get it. But another lesson in acting, sometimes you don't get the jobs you're not supposed to get until you get the one that you're supposed to get. And boy, this felt like this is one I was supposed to get.
I completely agree.
Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you. That's very nice. It's very nice. I hope I'm mostly entertaining. So it actually changed a lot in the audition process. Okay, so I got sides that weren't even. The script was completely rewritten by the time we actually went to camera. So there was just all this stuff about like a vampire nest and I actually went in a bit of a little jacket, right? And it was a bit of a cockney when I went in. It was more like Mick Davies, right? I was a bit more of a biker. It was had a bit of a beard. I was like, what's your name? What you like, Tossa? And that was the original Catch. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, maybe. But we want him upper class, because they hadn't written that in the script. They were like, no, actually he's from, they gave me notes, they're like, we like what you did, we like the attitude. But he's actually posh, he's not East End Cockney. So I was like, okay, because I had read that he comes off the motorcycle and you know, he's on the thing. So I was like, oh, he's a bit of a bruiser, right? He is, but he's also a James Bond bruiser. So what they said to me, I did 2 more auditions, and then for my final callback, the note was, they want you to bring in your version of James Bond. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can get behind that. I'm like, I'm Monster Bond. I'm Monster Bond. And so then I started bringing back my received pronunciation accent, and I have a very posh English uncle named David, who lives in England, and he's one of the last dying breed of very English Englishmen. And he's almost a parody of himself. He's like, yeah, that's what guys. You'll have tea with him, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, that's quite right. And I was like, that's a little too much for Catch. But I took pieces of that because I had heard it my whole life, that very proper received pronunciation. And then I sort of fused it with Roger Moore's James Bond, who has sort of the RP accent. But then he sort of got a more leveled, Americanized version of it. And then I thought of also little bits of Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars. Yes. So I was like, you know who plays British baddies best? It's the Star Wars clan, right? So then, literally right before I went into my final audition, I just took a breath and I said, Bond. James Bond. I went in and the rest is history. I was wearing a tuxedo too, by the way. I went in a black and white tuxedo. I forgot that. Oh my goodness. Oh, the silly things we do. But it seems to be working out moderately. So, thank you. I'm never going to let that down. Thank you so much for your question. Appreciate you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
My question for you is, what's the best role you've ever landed as an actor?
Arthur Ketch on Supernatural. Short and sweet. Thanks. When they're just easy, stop talking, right? Hello.
Hi,
How are
Patty.
you? Hi.
I enjoy your character immensely.
Thank you so much.
I was
Good.
thinking-
We're up to an immensely now. I don't know what that is either. We're just playing here. We're just having fun.
What's your favorite Supernatural episode that you did not appear in?
That's easy because I did research. No, I did. When I got the role, I was like, how many episodes? But I was like, thank goodness for Netflix, because that made it easy. And so yeah, woo, Netflix! I'm a sales rep. Yeah. I've got badges. I got, there's 10 really great ones that I love. I mean, I haven't seen all of them yet, but I'm working through them. But you know what else helped me a lot was Super Wiki, the 2 Wikipedia pages. Holy mackerel, were those useful? Because I was like, I don't know what this is talking about. What's an angel blade? I gotta go, okay, again, I hate the favorite question, but Desert Island, only 1 episode of Supernatural that I'm not in. Baby. Because it's kind of a movie. It's kind of, because it kind of hits, it does so much. It hits all the notes, I think, that makes Supernatural so great. Innovative, because that's the thing too, I didn't realize at all. Because when you're in Hollywood, like, you get a taste of every show, but you can't really commit to one just because you kind of got to do your research and spread your attention, so it's hard to really like get this deep as y'all are deep in the show. But when I was going back and watching the episodes, like the top 10 lists and top 20 lists and stuff like that, that's where I started. I was like changing channels, that's another one, right? And is it the French reverse or twist? Kiss.
French
mistake. Yes.
French kiss.
Dave didn't know what the French mistake was. Hashtag uneducated. Twitter, boo. But baby, because it's just a film. And it's like, wow, it's challenging television, and there's comedy, and there's like gnarly stuff in it. And then like just them being their best hunter selves, like badasses, but fully comedic at the same time. And then the innovation of just shooting it all through the car, and the car being the star. It's just you're like, whoa, where have you been hiding in plain sight? Awesome television. So yeah, that's the one I could watch over and over again, because I just think there's so much craft in it, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm here. Woohoo!
Woo! That's good.
Pittsburgh.
I'm Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
You might. Well, I don't know if you would remember me from Twitter or not, but I wrote that Driver 5 into Catch script.
Oh, of course. Yes. That's amazing. That's so great.
Yeah.
I love the creativity of this audience too, by the way. I've said it a million times on social media, but the fact that y'all are so creative artistically and musically and fine, I mean, it blows my mind. Writing?
So my question is, what was your favorite episode in season 13 of Supernatural to work on?
The one that I was actually in. I really, again, what's your favorite? Having said that, I love them all. They're all my babies. I really love the challenge, again, of working with Jensen out in the snow. That episode, when Ketch and Dean are going on the mission in the AU. Because I love that duality of that. I love the chemistry of those two characters. I think there's still a lot we could mine from the yin yang of these two guys, right? Even in season 12 where they're having the scotch together and he's trying to seduce him into the Men of Letters, and it's just that mano-y-mano sort of like, I see you, man. I see you. You're me, I'm you. Let's have a drink. We don't have to be enemies, man. Let's do this. And And then you get 13, where they're begrudgingly sort of this odd couple going on this little comedic adventure together. But it was really nice because I saw Jensen in Rome, and we knew we felt like we were doing good work, and it was challenging work, and the snow was getting us there. But he saw me in Rome, and he was like, man, that scene where I talk about Charlie and you talk about your regret, and we're just sitting in the rocks in the dark, and Serge Ladouceur has done this beautiful shot, and it's all dark, and it's weird, and it looks alien landscape in the snow. And just that connection of like the second version of the Scotch scene, the way we connected and the way like you're finally getting to see glimpses of Ketch. It was really nice to just have Jensen come by and be like, man, I was super happy with that scene. So I was like, yeah, that felt pretty good. Felt pretty good as an actor. Thank you. Great question. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Eileen.
Hi, Eileen.
I follow you on Twitter and I love your videos, and you're a dancer and a singer according to the videos. So I was wondering, what's your favorite song to dance to, and what's your favorite song to sing? She said it, not me.
I know.
Seconded?
Yeah. Listen, come to karaoke, there'll be moves. There'll be some moves. I'm your dancing monkey up here, but only to a point. All in good time. I love to dance to almost everything. I am just a mover shaker from birth. But you know what gets me on the dance floor recently, like more than anything else, like that drunk uncle at a wedding? Oh, it's my jam! I love this song! Do you guys know Yalla by MIA? Bump, bump. Really, no one? You're missing out. And I also love to sing my own song, Making Bacon. Which you can download now, everywhere, and support the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. So, but I think Faith is my favorite song to sing. I sang it once at karaoke, badly, but I'm not a great singer, but I love to sing. So, there's that.
Well, thank you.
And if you have not heard MIA's Yalla, get it now and dance to it, please, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm Sherilyn.
Hi, Sherilyn.
My question is, do you regret not being in, or do you wish you were in Scooby Natural?
Well, listen. I think every cast member would have liked to have been in Scooby Natural. Let's be honest. Who doesn't want to be animated in the Scooby-Doo universe? I don't, but again, it was so perfectly crafted for the story it needed to be. Like, I think if you threw like a character like Ketch in there, it just would have been like wonky.
Why are you here?
Yeah, like it would have been extraneous. So obviously, you know what I'd love to see Ketch in an animated comeback? I'd like to see Ketch hanging out with the Aqua Team Hunger Force guys. Yeah? Yeah, some people know Aqua Team? I hung with some Frylock back in the day. I think Ketch and Frylock would have a lot to talk about, actually. I would watch that scene. Thank you so much for your question. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent.
I'm Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Your British accent is seriously on point. And I just wanted to ask, it's kind of a silly question, but who do we know who we're talking to? Are you David, are you Arthur, or are you Alexander?
Right now, you mean?
Yes, right now.
Well, now this is David. This is really me. But for a North American audience, I need to speak in a North American neutral.
Was that French?
Otherwise, people are like, no, it's half Russian, half Ukrainian, half Canadian. You're like, you run out of half, sir, bro. Well, that's why it's such a tricky accent to master. No one else can do it in the world. But this is, you know, to be fair, true, like, actually we're talking about this. This is the accent that I had to sort of neutralize to work in North America, because one of my first auditions in Los Angeles was for Walker, Texas Ranger. That's right. If I only knew Jared and Jensen back in the day, they could have
Especially Jensen could have given me the...
Were you on Walker, Texas Ranger?
No! And then here's the story. I did not get on Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because because I was like, I ended the audition and I was like, she's like, you're from Canada, aren't you? I was like, oh no, sorry, what gave you away, eh? You might want to work on that. She was much nicer than that, but I was like, oh yeah, I sound like a podunk from Saskatchewan, which is what I am. But at other conventions, we've talked about Randy Ketch, the Canadian Men of Letters, who like tries to enlist Sam and Dean, and he shows up in a pickup Ford F-150, and he's wearing flannel too, and like maybe a beaver hat. You know, he's like, oh hey guys, sorry I didn't mean to disturb you there, but we got kind of a vampire beaver problem up here by the lake. I got a case of 2-4 in the back, and we're just wondering, am I interrupting? Am I disturbing you? Oh well, geez, would you really be happy if you could just help us out, right? So yeah, give it some time. We're right there. You want some beers? Come help us out. That's Randy Ketch. I think we need to bring Randy Ketch, season 14. Come on, make it happen. Make it happen. He could be a long-lost cousin from the British side, you know, when they came to Canada as fur trappers. Hi there, sorry, we're being silly.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Sarah, and my question is, how does it feel to finally be a part of the Supernatural family after auditioning for so long, and you're finally a legit part, like, of the Supernatural family, and did you have your fangirl moment?
My fangirl moment?
Or fan guy moment, fan guy.
Where I went, squeeze!
Yes! I'm making you think, I'm sorry.
No, you're not making me think, you're making me edit. I can't reveal all my secrets. Obviously I'm very happy. Can you tell it? Can you tell I'm really happy to be here? I hope that's coming through. My gratitude and my joy of getting to play in this mad, wonderful universe. You know, honestly, here's what I'll tell you. I think because, you know, when you work in Hollywood, like, I know a lot of famous people like that whole sort of thing about like, oh my God, I'm getting to work with that. It's not really like that because you're professional who's coming to the thing. And this is not, I promise you this is not pandering. I swear to goodness, it's from my heart. The best thing about this job, other than the job, as we talked about the role of Arthur Ketch and the fun things I get to do and stretch and change as an actor, it really has been these conventions and all of you and this family and this incredibly engaged audience and all the artists and poets and writers and singers and just the kindness. Oh, the community. I say, my dad's a sociology professor, right? And I say to him, I was like, I came into this world, like me, because you know about the show, but you don't necessarily know about any of this, right? Any of these conventions, or any of the charity, any of the kindness, any of the communion. And so when I came to my first Supernatural convention, I was like, holy moly, there's something special happening here. And I mean that. And for you to let me in, even though I'm like a mostly hated bad guy, I don't even know what the verbiage is anymore. That's good. Someone's taking minutes. Have them typed up and on my desk in half an hour. And that's my biggest thrill, honestly, is yeah, love, all the love, right back at you. So seriously, thank you so much for being probably the best audience in the world, arguably, right now, on any TV show. Yeah, that's y'all. For sure. 5 minutes. I can count fingers.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, I like listening to music when I work. What would Ketch's soundtrack be if he had to clear a vampire's nest?
Oh, yeah. Ketch alternates between relaxing, smooth jazz, as you heard in the Bentley coming up, and then he switches over to Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. Just like heavy, or like some like weird German like that weird rock where it's just like what's that German heavy metal band?
Rammstein.
Yeah. Rammstein. Yeah, he definitely rocks some Rammstein when he's like smoking vamps. Rammstein. Feels gut. Was ist das? Hi.
Do you think that Ketch will further redeem himself in season 14 by helping Sam save Dean?
That's a great question. Just so you know, I know nothing. And I mean that existentially and figuratively. And truthfully. What? All the things. I have no idea if Ketch is coming back in season 14. This is not a glib or ploy. I have no idea what they're planned, if anything, for Ketch. Last time we saw Ketch, he was having a cheers with Charlie. And sort of very alone once again. Poor Ketch. He's just misunderstood, people. He just needs a hug. So, I wish I could tell you more. I can't. Even if I didn't know, I wouldn't tell you. So, either way, sorry. Great question. No, I wish I had more. I literally wish I had more. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, it's Sam.
Hi, Sam.
I'm in the Venn diagram of Supernatural and Hallmark.
Hey, the legends are true.
I was wondering if we can expect any more Christmas movies.
Well, there is a romantic comedy. It's not a Christmas movie. I shot right in between the 2 episodes of the final Supernatural with Jodie Sweetin from Full House and Fuller House. The working title is Love Under the Rainbow. Which I think is particularly apropos for Pride Month. Even though it's not an LGBTQ positive movie, it's about love and sweetness and me being the sad, emotional, single dad. So I think it's going to be, I really like it. I hope they change the title because it's a bit cheesy and it maybe throws people in the wrong direction, but we had really fun time making it, so that's going to be coming out hopefully sometime soon. And you never know, nothing says Christmas like July and August for the Hallmark Channel, because that's where we shoot them. I don't know if anyone has watched these movies, but we're always in Vancouver in like scarves and wool jackets, sweating our knickers off. And you're just like, oh, you gotta play the cold a little more. I'm like, can you see my bloody forehead? It's like melting ice on my bloody head. So, hopefully, fingers crossed. Because the last one people seem to enjoy, Bramble House, so we'll hope and pray.
Thanks so much.
Thanks to you so much. Hi.
Hi, my name's Sienna. I have a question. What is your most memorable moment working on the show?
My most memorable moment working on the show. Oh gosh, again, it's like I love every little piece of it. I'll tell you what was really challenging for me, but I'm glad I could step up to it. I did all the work in the fight and threw myself like a madman for like 20 takes all over the room when Asmodeus beat Ketch's ass. And like bounced me off the pillar, that's me, like that, boom. Like I was scaring the crew a bunch of times. And like the fight literally if it edited, could have been like 5 minutes. It was like an epic fight, and then like they cut it down to like a minute 15. But like kind of showing up and kind of knowing you can do that work, and it was really fun for me to do physical work, because obviously in the Hallmark movies I'm not beating anyone up. That would be a terrible Christmas movie, by the way. Hey, it's the band. That means I'm close to wrapping it up.
Oh, that's our new song.
By the way, I thought that was the Christmas movie you're talking about. Hey, it's the band. Christmas with the band.
Yeah, wrapping it up. That's a Christmas title. Wrapping it up.
Oh my gosh, somebody starts scribbling.
Robbie,
call
thank you for your
Hallmark.
question. Sorry I couldn't get to all of you. I'm a Gabby. I appreciate it. Sorry, next time, all right? Appreciate you.
Call Lifetime. We've got a new movie.
You see this man in his dapper style, very cutting edge. He's also going to be up here tonight making a complete boob of himself at karaoke like he likes to do.
Guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him, you can't wait to hear him sing tonight. David Haydn-Jones! Wow, you're a heck of a tromboner.
Thank you, sir. Wait, what?
So next up, it's not all about.
I like checking and see what time it is, but again, this says it's 10 o'clock.
You really need to change your watch. Hold on. Play some David Haydn-Jones walking in front of the stage music, please. There we go. He's walking over there in his really nice shoes. They're nicer than your shoes, and your shoes, and your shoes, and your shoes, and my shoes. The man's got nice taste in footwear. I kinda envy his style. I wonder if they're comfortable, you know, knowing him. I bet they have excellent arch support. I just know how he is. The leather is so freaking supple. Got like a ballet slipper. So freaking jealous of Dave.
I want a blue suit. Wish you had a blue suit.
You got suit envy, I love the shoes. We should get together and cosplay David Haydn-Jones.
Or beat him up and take a seat.
Now you're having a conversation. We can beat him up and we can take his clothes. Wear his clothes all day before they solve the crime. Before we serve time. We're gonna bludgeon David Haydn-Jones backstage. Take his freaking clothes off and put them on and wear them around like we're all so great and we kinda sound British. And David Haydn-Jones can do a British accent pretty freaking well. We're gonna try it. We're gonna be little bitty mini versions of David Haydn-Jones. What?
And it's win-win, cause the audience gets to see David Haydn-Jones in his skivvies. He's gonna get his skivvies.
Well, Rob, that's assuming he wears them. I don't know. For all we know, there's a landing strip downtown. I guess we'll find out. Don't give me that look, you son of a bee. You've never seen it, nigga.
You don't know that.
Well played, sir. You're right. Your time is your time, and it's none of my beeswax, and that's okay with me and the supernatural family. However, is it okay with David?
That's a good question. And this has been the David Haydn-Jones song. Okay, guys.
Well done. That was for our new album, Bludgeon David Haydn-Jones.
Please get it at your local Kmart. But this next thing that's going to happen is a game.